Welcome to Introduction to Literature Online. I'm Professor Chernowski, and we will be working together during this semester so that we can all have an enjoyable experience enhancing our appreciation for literature. Okay? Goal number one for me is to help you increase your enjoyment of literature. So that's primarily what we're shooting for. We want you to learn more about literature so that you can appreciate it better. We want you to see the nuts and bolts that put pieces of literature together. So keep in mind that our principal goal is not to have you analyze, look for deep meanings, any of that kind of thing. Okay? If perchance you want to do that, that's okay. And you want to do that in your essay, that's okay, but that's not really what I am looking to do here. What I am doing again is to help you understand a little bit better how literature is put together, what it's really all about, what it takes to make it happen, okay? Writers use different tools in their approach to literature, and I want you to become more aware of the tools that they use. You won't have any research papers in this course, so I'm sure that's a relief for all of you. By and large, you won't need to do any kind of researching or documenting for any of the things you do in here. What we will be looking for is for you to explore pieces of literature and look for different tools, attributes, concepts that are part of pieces of literature and find where they appear in individual pieces of literature. So we'll go through those concepts with pretty much a different one every week so that we are only concentrating on one thing pretty much every week. I don't know if there's any weeks where we'll be concentrating on more than one thing, okay? Because we want you to get a real feel for the pieces that go together to help make literature. Most of the semester we'll be doing short stories. We will spend a couple of weeks on poetry, but I don't want you to fear that either. That's not frightening. That's not difficult, the approach that I take, because I'm not looking for you when we get there to tear it apart and find a specific meaning that a poet might have or something. That's not what we're all about. Again, my principal goal is to help you help yourself grow in your appreciation of literature and in your enjoyment of literature. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now, a second thing to keep in mind is I am always available for you. Okay? What do I mean? At the end of this week's lesson, and I think at the beginning of this week's lesson, you have my text number. I'll say it out loud here too so you can write it down. My text number and phone number is 861-8648, area code 716. Okay? So again, you can always text me at 716-861-8648 with any kind of questions or problems. Life gets in the way sometimes and you have problems. Feel free to let me know. If something is going on in your world, and it happens every semester to somebody, that somebody gets sick or a wife has a baby or, whatever, a husband is being deployed, those kinds of things happen, okay? A grandparent gets ill and you have to go help take care of them. That stuff happens, and that's the reality of life, and it really is the reality of our TroCare students also. So, if you have something happening in your life that keeps you from keeping up with us, get in touch with me. Let me know, okay? We can work together so that you can work through those things, those kinds of problems. So please keep in touch with me. So again, I gave you my cell phone number, 716-861-8648, and I don't know how many times I've said it now, but you probably memorized it already. And the email address best to get me at is Chernowski, G at trocaire.edu. And Chernowski is my last name, obviously, Chernowski, the letter G for my first name, at trocaire.edu. And you do have to put that letter G for my first name because there are 3 Chernowskis on the email list. One of them is my wife, who is an administrator emeritus there, okay? And one is my son, who teaches theology and philosophy online there. So obviously they're going to have the same Chernowski, but I'm the only Chernowski G, okay? So questions, problems, make sure you get to me that way, okay? Each week you're going to have an essay to do. I look for your essays to be approximately 5 paragraphs long. They might be a little longer, they might be a little shorter, but that's what I'm looking for. And you know, because you've taken composition, the traditional format for an essay is the 5-paragraph essay, an introductory paragraph where you kind of lay out a little bit of what you're going to do, usually 3 paragraphs of explanation, and then a paragraph tying it all together. Does it have to be 5 paragraphs? No, it doesn't have to be, but that's the traditional form of an essay, okay? So I'll be looking for you to do that. Now, I would prefer that you not post a Word document, okay? I would prefer that you write your essay, either write it directly on Moodle or write it, in your own word processor and then copy and paste it directly on Moodle rather than in a Word document, because Word documents are a little bit difficult to open on Apple computers if they weren't written on an Apple, first of all. Secondly, a second part of what you're going to be doing each week is reading at least 2 other students' essays and commenting on those 2 other students' essays. And sometimes students can't open your Word documents. So again, if you will do a copy and paste or write it directly on Moodle, that's better for everybody. The reason why we have you comment on each other's essays is because we want to share ideas. Okay? We don't want just your idea or my ideas, but keep in mind, literature only has meaning in the meaning that it has for you. So what somebody else in the class finds the meaning as, or finds the thing to be all about, doesn't have to be the same as what you find it all about. What we want is for you to find meaning based on what you see in the text of the story itself. Okay? So, don't worry about what somebody else says. Worry about what you think. And then when you want to comment on somebody else's essay, and again, it's required for you to comment on at least 2 other essays each week, and that's in the assignment. Then don't just say, "Oh, that was good," or "I enjoyed that." Give reasons why, or you know what, that gives me a different perspective. I didn't see it that way, or here's how I saw it. I don't really agree with you. And don't be afraid to disagree with somebody, because that gets us some interesting discussion. Okay. This week we're talking about the concept of irony. Irony means, holy cow, I didn't expect that to happen, or this is so different from the way I thought this was going to go. As we read things, we kind of expect them to go in a certain direction. Well, irony is when it's a surprise, sometimes a shocking surprise, like, wow, I never saw that coming. That's irony, okay? Or, something really unusual. Like, I'll give you a quick example. Right now, I have a broken leg, okay? Well, my doctor called me last night, and he was supposed to be seeing me next week. He can't, because he just broke his leg, okay? That's irony. That's shocking irony. It's like, holy smokes, what do I do? So, all of us have some ironies in our lives, okay? And if you think about it, you'll come up with stuff in your life that's ironic too. Every week, I'm going to give you a little question in this video, each week that I have a video, okay? And so what I want you to do then is email me the answer to that video question. And here's the video question I have for you today. In no more than 1 or 2 sentences, very briefly, email me some kind of irony that has happened in your life, okay? Like I never expected to be a college student, and holy cow, here I am at Trocaire. I mean, that's a pretty simple, straightforward irony, okay? So I explain irony in more detail in the lesson. I give you a good explanation of what the essay is all about. But if you have any questions, email me or text me. You know where to get in touch with me, or call me. Have no fears about calling me. It's okay. You know, I have my phone with me all the time. Don't call me before 9 in the morning. Don't call me after 9 in the evening. Those are the good hours for me, between 9 and 9, okay? But you can text me or email me anytime. And you just heard my phone go. Somebody just sent me an email now. So feel free to do that, and let's have fun this semester. And we're all together in this class, okay? Take care.